Most people plan to start investing when they make more, waiting for the raise, the right moment, spending $200 a month on things they won't remember while the math works for someone else. And it all comes back to one habit that changes everything. Picture this. It's 2001. You're 25. You open a Roth IRA. Set up a $200 auto transfer on the first of every month and invest it into a total market index fund. You don't touch it. You don't watch it. You forget it exists most months. The money moves automatically, the market does its thing, and you go live your life. The habit runs without you thinking about it at all. Now flash forward to 2025. Same age. You're both 49. The first person's Roth IRA has grown to $1.1 million. The second person spent those same 24 years telling themselves the same thing. I'll start when I make a bit more. They're starting today. The first person retired last Thursday. The gap between $1.1 million and starting over at 49 isn't income. It's the habit you kept telling yourself to start tomorrow. Here's the first weird thing about people who actually build real wealth. Most of them aren't watching the market. They set up a monthly auto transfer years ago and moved on. The investors who obsessively check their portfolios consistently underperform the ones who forget their password. Fidelity's 2021 internal analysis found its best performing accounts belonged to customers who were either deceased or had simply forgotten the account existed. David, 2015, set up $200 auto invest into a Roth IRA and genuinely forgot about it. 6 years later, he logged in for the first time. Balance, $22,400. He hadn't thought about it once. It's not discipline, it's strategic neglect. Here's something that confuses financial advisors when they run the numbers. Most people who say they can't afford $200 a month are already spending more than that on things they can't name. Subscriptions, impulse buys, convenience fees. The money exists. It's just invisible. Empower's 2023 financial survey found Americans underestimate monthly discretionary spending by an average of $457, more than double the $200 they claim they can't invest. Sandra, 2022, told her coach she couldn't afford to invest. They tracked 30 days of spending. She'd spent $340 on dining out alone. We'll get to what a 10-year delay in starting actually costs in a moment. It's not poverty, it's invisible spending. Here's a stat that surprises people every time they see it. Starting $200 at 25 versus 35 doesn't produce half the result. It produces less than half. Because compounding isn't linear. The first 10 years aren't the least important. They're the most. JP Morgan's 2023 Guide to Retirement shows $200 per month from 25 to 65. At 7% return produces $525,000. Starting at 35 produces $243,000. Same amount, same rate. A decade later, costs you $282,000. Your neighbor who started at 35 saved exactly as much per month. The 10-year gap cost her $282,000 she can never recover. It's not the amount, it's the start date. Let's talk about the one investment decision that makes $200 into $1.1 million. Not a hot stock, not crypto, a total market index fund. The dullest investment that exists. It's dull because it's designed to be automatic diversification, near zero fees, and one defining advantage: it beats most professionals. S&P Global's 2023 SPIVA scorecard found 92.2% of actively managed U.S. equity funds underperformed the S&P 500 over the previous 20 years. Marcus, 2020, spent 2 years picking individual tech stocks, annual return 11%. His coworker bought a simple S&P 500 index fund the same year, 26%. It's not strategy, it's the illusion of control. But here's the twist. Not all $200 investments are equal. The same $200 in a Roth IRA and in a taxable account compound to very different numbers. In a Roth, all growth comes out tax-free at retirement. In a taxable account, it's taxed as it grows. That gap is enormous over 40 years. Vanguard's 2023 Tax efficiency research showed tax drag reduces effective returns by an average of 1.5% annually in taxable accounts over a 30-year period. Lisa, 2003, split $200 between a Roth and taxable account at 25. At 65, her Roth had $138,000 more. Same amount, different wrapper. It's not the investment, it's the tax address. Here's the one thing nobody says about why most people never start. It's not the money, it's identity. The account is free, zero expertise required. The barrier is believing this is for you. Robert, 21, said he wasn't a money person. His daughter set up a Roth IRA in 40 minutes. He's been auto-investing since. It's not ignorance, it's identity. Remember that 25-year-old in 2001, setting up the auto transfer and moving on with their life. They weren't more disciplined. They just used a system that removes the decision permanently. The gap between $1.1 million and starting over at 49 doesn't close on its own. Drop a comment. Already investing monthly or something holding you back? Subscribe. Every week we run the actual math on habits most people keep postponing.